Hello friends, I'm Bukola. Welcome back to my channel, your space for taking control of your money, your time and your future. If you want practical tips, realistic strategies and a community that cheers you on, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the bell icon next to it to receive notifications. Together, we can budget smarter, save more and maximize our time and achieve financial freedom, all while living a rich and purposeful life. So today we are discussing cash stuffing. Is it still relevant in 2025? I'm giving you my honest review about cash stuffing. So let's talk about cash stuffing. It's been a massive trend on social media, promising a tactile, satisfying way to budget and save. You know, those pretty envelopes, crisp bills, crisp notes, but with inflation soaring and digital payments dominating our lives, is this analog system, this analog method, is it still relevant or even worth it in this time and age? I experimented with it, and today I'm going to give you my honest, no holds barred review on cash stuffing. So first, for those who might be new to it, what exactly is cash stuffing? In its simplest form, it's a budgeting method where you allocate physical cash into separate envelopes for different spending categories. Instead of swiping a card whenever you want to spend money, you physically pull cash into you physically pull cash from the appropriate envelope which you have already tagged or labeled for a particular budgeting category. So for instance, you have an envelope tagged groceries, you have an envelope tagged entertainment envelope. So anytime you want to spend money on groceries, you take money from the groceries envelope. Anytime you want to spend on entertainment, you take money from the entertainment envelope. It became very popular because it gives you a very visual and tangible way to see your money decrease, which often helps prevent overspending. So let's talk about the pros, the advantages, why it might still be a smart hack today. Firstly, it's very visual and it's very tangible. For many people, especially visual learners, seeing that physical cash dwindle is a powerful psychological deterrent to overspend. So as they are seeing their money reduce, they caution themselves to see that, oh, this money is going down. I need to spend wisely. So for visual learners, cash stuffing is a perfect method for them. It's much harder to ignore than a number on a screen, because you are not physically seeing the cash decreasing. But for those who are visual learners, seeing the money decrease is a cue for them to spend wisely. Secondly, it forces discipline by truly limiting overspending. Because you're seeing the money as you're spending it, the amount of cash you are left with is dwindling. You see it and you are forced to discipline yourself with your spending. Once the cash in the envelope is gone, it is gone. For that category, you have nothing left to spend. There is no swiping of your card for impulse buys. So you are forced to discipline yourself financially. Number three, it promotes mindfulness. Every time you pull cash from the envelope, you're forced to be more intentional with your purchases. And finally, a it can be for specific variable categories like groceries, like entertainment or personal care. Areas where people often struggle to stay on budget. Now, for the other side of the coin, why it might be a debt trap or simply outdated in this time. The biggest con, the biggest disadvantage of cash stuffing is the security risks. Keeping large amounts of physical cash at home or carrying it around with you makes you a target for criminals. For those who live in Nigeria, we are all aware of what is called one chance. This is a situation where you get into a taxi, and then while as soon as the taxi moves, you find yourself surrounded by criminals. You are held at gunpoint or threatened, and then they take off your valuables off you. That is what we refer to as one chance in Nigeria. So for someone living in this country, cash stuffing is a no go area because it makes you an easy target. and you can never tell who is around you or watching you. They see you bringing money out of an envelope. Oh, of course, they know that you have money, and then you become a soft target for criminals. Secondly, the second disadvantage about cash stuffing is that it's often an inconvenience. Oh, this one was a major myth for me. I recall a particular day I was running late, so I rushed off to work because I was running late. I didn't want to get to work late. On my way home, I remembered I needed to get some groceries for preparation of dinner, and lo and behold, I left the envelope for groceries at home. If I didn't take my debit card with me that day, I would have been stranded. So my debit card saved the day. So fewer and fewer places accept cash, especially online. E-commerce has simplified shopping for most people, but you can't pay cash when you are shopping online. So carrying around multiple envelopes can be very, very cumbersome. In fact, sometimes being in a hurry, I will just stuff my change in my bag and not put it back in the particular envelope I took money from to make a purchase. And you can imagine what reconciling expenses and the change I received turned out to be. Of course, you guessed right. It turned out to be an absolute disaster, because at the end of the day, I can't remember how much I got back for a particular item I bought, and reconciling the expenses at the end of the day was a big headache. And the third disadvantage of cash stuffing is that with inflation, your cash loses value over time if it's just sitting in an envelope and not earning interest. You could recall the video on budgeting. It's on the channel. We discussed budgeting recently, and we also said that savings and investments should be a part of your budget. You should treat savings and investment as a bill that you must pay every month as part of your budget. If you haven't watched that video, you'll find the link to it on this video. Just click on it, and then you can go, it will take you straight to that video so that you can watch it in more details. So if you are putting your savings and investment inside an envelope, in a physical envelope, and just keeping it somewhere, it's losing value. What you should be doing is to put your savings and investment in a high yield savings account where you will get some sweet deals, sweet interest on your money. It shouldn't just be in an envelope losing value. And then the fourth disadvantage of cash stuffing is that there are digital integration issues. It's hard to track online transactions or pay bills when you are not going to cash stuff your rent, your utilities, or investments. Those budget categories need to be handled digitally. You can't be carrying cash around for rent. You can't be carrying cash around for utilities. These categories specifically need to be handled digitally, not cash, not by physical cash. So, who is cash stuffing still good for in this time and age? I would say, from my experience trying it out, I would say it's best for visual learners who truly struggle with digital tracking, those who are particularly prone to impulse digital spending, or individuals with a small budget who want very strict control over specific cash only categories of their budget. So for most people, especially visual learners, I recommend a hybrid approach. Use digital tools for your fixed bills, like, and also for savings and investments. But for those specific variable spending categories where you tend to overspend, like eating out, shopping, you can try cash stuffing just for those envelopes. So for those categories where you tend to overspend, having the money for those categories in an envelope will help you. There are also many digital envelope systems now that are available now, and these apps, they mimic the cash stuffing method virtually. So you can try that out if you fall into that category. So what's your take on cash stuffing? Are you using it currently, or have you moved on to purely digital budgeting and spending? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. If this is If this honest review helped you to decide if cash stuffing is for you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more candid financial reviews. Make sure to ring the notification bell for future updates, and thank you for watching.